Hi guys, I'm back in the shop today and I'm working on the 370. This car was never winter driven, but when I got it, the oil pan was already a little bit rusty. So I'm ready to do my second oil change, and I ordered a replacement oil pan, so I'm gonna change that out at the same time. So this is gonna be a pretty easy swap, I think. I'm not sure if there's any cross members in the way or anything, but we're gonna find out when we get the cover off. This may be pretty similar on a 350 or a G37, G35. So those of you with similar type of cars, similar engine drivetrain. So this video might be useful for you guys. So anyway, the car's up on the lift. So I'm gonna get underneath and start taking the cover off and get that pan off, get that changed and get the oil changed. Okay, so I'm gonna start by taking this cover off. Okay, so as you can see, there's a little bit of rust here. It's actually quite flaky right here. I'm sure that would be good for a few more years, but while we're here, we might as well change it out. This oil pan wasn't too expensive, something like $70 from Amazon, so let's get that changed. To do that, I'm just going to take off these 10mm bolts all the way around. As you can see, the cross member isn't in the way, so this is going to be one of the easiest changes that I've ever done. But first, we need to drain that oil. Now I have to say, this is the smallest oil pan I've ever seen on an engine, and also the smallest drain plug. Normally these are 17 mil, most cars I work on. Only have 14 on this. Maybe to save weight, a few grams here and there. You know, this is a pretty heavy car, so I guess every little bit helps. So I'm just gonna let that drain out for a bit. And it's about 32 degrees outside, and the motor's warmed up, so this should just come out like water, as you can see. Okay, so that's almost done draining, so I'm going to pull off the oil filter and try to get it all into the pan. Let that drain some more. Okay, so that's mostly drained. Let's start taking these bolts out. Just going to start at the back, work my way forward. Okay, so now we're ready to take that oil pan off. All the oil has come out. There's just a few drops left. Now to remove this gasket, this seal, it's really difficult. These are on there really good. There's a special tool you can get, a gasket cutter or a seal cutter. It just slides in there and you tap it with a hammer. I don't have one of those, so I've got this little chisel knife that I'm going to use. It's meant to be hit on. So I'm hoping that's going to give me a good enough chance at cutting this, and we'll see if we can get that off. Okay, we finally got that off. That tool worked a lot better than I expected it did. It cut right through that, no problem. So now I'm going to get a razor scraper. I'm going to take off the rest of this gasket. I'm going to get out the new oil pan, get a coated gasket, put on that, and start putting it back together. Okay, so I've got the new oil pan here ready to go. I'm going to give this a good cleaning with rubbing alcohol first to make sure we get a good clean surface for that gasket to attach. Want a good seal, nothing worse than an oil leak. Clean inside too, can't hurt. Okay, so I'm going to try not to touch that with my fingers anymore. Let it dry. So this is the gasket I'm using. It's Permatex Ultra Copper, and this is probably my favorite gasket to use. It's good with high heat, anywhere that it's not in contact with gasoline. So it's a pretty good gasket. So I'm just going to put a layer of this, probably about a 3/16 bead. Then I'm going to put it on finger tight. Then you wait an hour to let it cure a little bit. Then you tighten it up and we're ready to go. Okay, now I'm going to get the alcohol out and I'm going to rub that down really nice too and clean it up. Okay, so let's put that pan on. Okay, so now we're going to give that an hour to set, and that'll give me time to clean up my mess. And we'll come back, we'll torque it down, then I'll leave the car on the lift overnight, and we'll fill it up with oil tomorrow, and we should be good to go. So while I'm waiting for that to set, I'm going to put the new oil filter on. Okay, it's been about an hour, so I'm going to snug these up and torque them to 61 inch-pounds. Okay, that's it for the oil pan. Now I'm going to leave that sit for 24 hours. So it's about 12:30 in the morning right now. So I'm going to wait till probably Sunday morning, which is about a day and a half away, and fill this up and we'll be good to go. So that'll be it for this video. If you guys are interested in seeing more videos like this, just let me know in the comments. I've been putting out a lot of automotive videos lately, mainly because I have my garage built and I've got a lot of projects that have been sitting aside for the last 3 or 4 years. So I'm trying to catch up on those, but I'm sure I'll have some other projects coming up soon. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. If you'd like to see more of this stuff, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.